All right. First off, greatest common factor. What does the word greatest mean? Hold on. Biggest. Greatest means biggest. What is, if you have something in common, what do you have?
They're like the same, close to the same.
Good, you have it the same, right? If you have something in common, you have it the same. Okay? And then tell me what a factor is. I'll help you. List the factors of 8 for me.
1, 8, 2.
So 8 equals 1 times what?
8.
8. What else?
2 times 4.
2 times 4. These are factors of 8. Okay? Factors are numbers that you can multiply together to equal a certain number. So factors of 8 are 1 and 8, 2 and 4. Okay, list me factors of 10. List me factors of 10. 1 and 10. You can always start with 1 times that number.
2 and 5.
2 times 5. Okay, would you agree that the bigger the number is, the more factors it would have?
Yeah.
In most cases, unless it's a prime number. Okay, but in most cases it would be, especially if it's even. Alright, so let's do 20. Let's make factors of 20.
1 times 20.
1 times 20.
10 times 20.
2 times.
10 times 2.
And
12 times 4 times 5.
4 times 5. Those are all factors of each number that was given. Okay? Do not confuse them with multiples. Okay, multiples of, what are multiples of 8? 8.
8.
2 times 8 is 16.
24.
24.
32.
Okay, that's what you're going to get into with World 3 Level 2. I can find the least common multiple. So multiples are when you count by that number. Those are multiples. Factors are two numbers that have to be multiplied together to equal something. Okay? Factors. Do we understand what a factor is? So let's put it together. Greatest common factor. The biggest factor that two numbers have the same. Right?
Yeah.
Alright, let's find some greatest common factors. I'm going to show you a couple different strategies. Okay, strategy 1 is the way I was taught it, and it takes forever, especially when you have bigger numbers. We'll do an easy one. Let's do 6 and 15. What is the greatest common factor of 6 and 15? So listing factors is this strategy. So list me the factors of 6.
1 and 6.
1, and I like to write it like this. 6, 2 times 3, and I'm done. List me the factors of 15. 1 and
15. 3 times 5. 3 and 5.
3 times 5.
That's it.
What is my greatest common factor, Lacey? 3. You're thinking to yourself, well, that wasn't that bad. Well, what's also true about the numbers 6 and 15? They're very simple. They're very small. Okay? Let's do another one. A little more challenging.
100.
24 and 60. This is still not that bad because 24 and 60 are pretty easy to work with. Let's start with 24. 1 times
24.
24. People say, how do you know how far to put that 24 apart? Just guess. Alright, put it far, like right here, I went too far. Right? Okay, I just go down the list. 2. Does 2 go into 24?
Yes.
2 and 12. Does 3 go in?
No.
Yes,
Yeah,
it does.
3 and 8.
It's like 3. It's 3 times 8. And then 4 and 6.
Does 4?
4 and 6.
4 and 6. 5 is the only thing that's left, so 5 wouldn't work because 5 times 5 would equal 25. Okay? Now, even within just doing 24, I heard people saying yes, no, yes, no. There's a lot of room for error when you use this strategy. Okay, as you can see, I'm trying to persuade you to use a strategy that I'm going to show you here in a second. All right, let's go 60. 1 times 60.
2 times 6.
2 times 30.
12 times 5.
Let's go 3. Does 3 go in? Yeah, 3 times what?
1 times 20.
3 times 20. Does 4 work?
No. But
Yes, it does.
yes.
4 times
3.
has to be something smaller than 20.
10. 15.
4 times 15. Does 5 work?
No.
Yes, it does.
12.
5 times 12. Does 6 work?
6 and 10.
6 and 10. So even within that little stretch, I guarantee you there were some of you that would have missed at least 2 or 3 of those factors. Right? Alright, now that we know them, what is my greatest common factor?
12.
It is 12. The biggest one they have in common is 12. Alright, I'm going to show you a strategy now called cake method or stair step. We say both. The video you're going to watch says cake method. We usually call it stair step, but it doesn't matter. Same thing. We're going to put these two numbers in. Watch this. 24 and 60. You put it in an upside down division sign. You need to pick a factor that you know goes into both 24 and 60. I'll just tell you this. The bigger factor you choose, the less work you're going to have.
5.
Okay? Well, don't choose 12 because we already know what that is. You know 6 goes in. 6 is pretty obvious here. 6 goes into 24, 6 goes into 60, so 6. We are going to divide by that factor. 24 divided by 6. 4. You write your answer. 60 divided by 6. 10. Now, we're not done with this process until we get to 2 numbers here that cannot be divided or share. They don't share a factor. Do 4 and 10 share a factor?
Yeah,
2. So I divide again. What I get?
2 and 5.
2 and
5.
does anything go into 2 and 5 besides 1?
No.
So I'm done. I look at my 2 factors that I divided by. Take them and multiply them. What's 6 times 2?
12.
Equals 12. And that was our greatest common factor. Much quicker, as long as you understand what a greatest common factor is in the first place. Okay, let's look at a different one. Actually, no, let's look at the same one, but I want us to use something besides 6. So you cannot use 6.
4. 3.
Let's go 2. Are they both even?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so let's go 2.
4 would have worked.
I'm not saying it wouldn't have. 2. 24 divided by 2. 12. 60 divided by 2. 30. Something that goes into 12 and 30.
2.
2 again, they're both even. So you could do baby steps if you want to. You're just going to have more work. 12 divided by 2.
6.
30 divided by 2.
15.
Now, just because these are odd and even, don't assume that you're done. Whatever numbers are odd and even and you're looking for factors, you want to think odd numbers. So does 3 go in?
Yes.
Yes, it does. 6 divided by 3. 15 divided by 3. Well, would you look at that? Our 2 bottom numbers are what again?
2 and 5.
2 and 5. What do I do with my outside numbers? Multiply them. 2 times 2
4.
times 3.
12.
No matter which way you go about doing it, as long as you do it correctly, your math is correct, you're going to get to the same answer. So that is the cake method. Alright.
That was pretty fun.
I'm going to do one more example, and then we'll be done with it. Here we go. Let's go with 27. And actually, no, let's go bigger than that. Let's go 100 and
20.
100 and 120. If you listed all those factors, it would take you a long time. Right away, give me something that goes into both.
20.
Okay, yes, and that actually, let's go a little smaller than that. We could do that.
10.
So let's go 20. 20, sure. 100 divided by 20.
5.
5. 120 divided by 20. Is anything going to 5 and 6?
No.
So what's my answer?
20.
My answer is 20. You're
Whoa.
exactly right. Okay, let's do something smaller.
10.
What do they both end in?
0.
0, so let's go 10. 100 divided by 10.
10.
120 divided by 10. What is it?
12.
12.
And then 2.
What goes into 10 and 12?
2.
2. What do I get?
5.
5 and
6.
6. I'm done. What do I do with my outside numbers? 10 times 2 is 20. Greatest common factors. Are we good?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Thank you.